Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here filming on location. I am in Los Angeles, California. I had a very unique opportunity because I'm out here for a convention right now, this thing called Vid Summit. So decided I wanted to test out the iPhone 13 Pro camera. I went to Disneyland. So I got a ton, like a metric ton, not a regular ton, a metric ton of photos, some video clips and samples, and I gotta say, been really impressed with how well the 13 Pro camera has handled, and you're going to see it. Tons of the pictures and images and all sorts of stuff I got from today. So I hope you're ready for that. And before we get into that though, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's take a look at the iPhone 13 Pro camera. So first things first, got to the park, and I went just in the Disneyland side. I didn't go over to the Hollywood Adventure because they were doing some sort of a special thing today. Only on the Disneyland side, they were actually closing the park early. A couple of things here. Of course, Main Street always looks great. Lots of cool things to do here. And if you've never been before, this is like the hub. It feeds straight into Disneyland, and then you get to the center, and then you can go off to the different areas. You can go off to the castle, you can go off to Tomorrowland, you can go, it's like a spoke. And if you ever watch the documentary on Disney, it's really kind of a cool thing the way it's designed because it looks so big, but the park itself is actually, it's like less than 300 acres. So the way they designed it, it's like, so you can only, like you're immersed and live inside the experience in the park, and you're just right, there's so much stuff right around you. Now, went over to Tomorrowland, that's my favorite place to go, and saw Space Mountain, got to see the Star Wars experience. So I'm over here in Tomorrowland. Here's Autotopia where they have the cars you can ride around. And unfortunately the Star Wars attraction that they have here is closed for today. But over in Tomorrowland they have all the nice, cool futuristic stuff. Pizza Planet in the back over there, which is my personal favorite. Toy Story if you like that. And also Space Mountain, which is, I don't know, maybe it's the best ride here. I'm probably biased because I've always wanted to ride this one, but super cool here, and that would be a nice opportunity for a video test. This is 4K, 60 frames per second, so you can get a good feel for what it's like walking around with the image stabilization, the sound, if you want to go out in an environment like this and use your phone for some video. We'll check back later. It's just a lot of neat stuff. Of course, they've got the churros. The churros are my absolute favorite thing there. And I made a joke about it. I went out there and I got one. It's like, okay, ta-da, yeah, my trip is over. But the cool thing with the churro, I also took a macro shot. And the macro lens, the macro photography, the way that it works with this is it looks so good. This is not like the 2 and the 5 megapixel cameras that you're getting on the Android phones. Apple did it right. So macro stuff, here's some other stuff. I went out to like the Star Wars experience, got a lot of pictures there, and there was this one plant. I think it was artificial, but either way, it took some magnificent photos, taking a look at just the regular buds and then zooming in and getting a really up-close personal look at it. It turned out amazing. So there are a lot of pictures in here. I was using it, I'm like, wow, this is good. Another thing about the iPhone is there's no shutter lag. You hit it, you get it. It's not like with Samsung where you hit the shutter and then, okay, maybe like half a second later it might actually take the picture. It's instantaneous. You got 12 megapixel cameras all the way around. You got the telephoto, you got the ultra wide, you got the wide angle primary, then you've got the one on the front too. So you can do anything basically with this camera. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there for nighttime. The park closed at 6. But what I did accomplish though, there's a lot of stuff on here. Here, let me show a video clip. I took this video clip while I was out walking around. Then also they had the Mark Twain boat, it's the old steam river boat. It was really cool. I took that for a ride too. So here, why don't you see these video samples real quick? And you can see here on the boat, looking around, panning and taking a look at some stuff. I was really impressed with the image stabilization on here. Even at 4K 60, of course the 60 frames per second is going to look smooth. But aside from that, just it was fun. And this is probably the best, most fun video camera review I've ever done because I got a chance to go to Disneyland. I mean, so not only is that cool in itself, but just to go out there with the new iPhone and to capitalize on this, I thought, I'm going to go to LA, I'm going to go stop over at Disney, and we're going to do this. So yeah, I got to do a lot of stuff, walk around and see the castle here. I did go take a look at Walt Disney, and you've got the statue of him, you know, holding hands with Mickey and welcoming people to the park. And then you've got the different figurines around where Walt Disney is at, and then directly behind, you can see the castle. And the castle is cool too, and there's some stuff in here too with like Sleeping Beauty, and there's like a little story arc thing in there where you go in and you can see like the little colorful photos with like the book. Like if you ever watch the Sleeping Beauty Disney movie, and they've got the different chapters and stuff, and you can see in the book, and that's how it's laid out with the different scenes in there. So you can see here, even in like the low light and the really dark, it was super dark in there, and it got great photos regardless. And that's one of the things I really wanted to show off with this camera, is it's just so versatile. And thankfully it wasn't like a super bright day, so it gave an opportunity for some nice natural cool photos. Cool as in cool temperature, also cool as in, hey, it was just cool. But it really allowed the camera to shine because there was ample lighting, but it wasn't like blinding me or anything else. And I did get some popcorn as well. That was also a fun time. Got to meet a little friend there, the duck. You know, he rolled on by and wanted a piece of popcorn, so I snuck that in there too. But overall, I had a really good time, of course, and I just was really impressed with all of these photos because it doesn't really seem like it takes a bad photo. And you know, there's very few phones that do that. Not that the iPhone 12 wasn't good before, but this one on so many levels. And I kind of equate it to the Pixel, because the Pixel, it takes such good photos. So to be able to have kind of like Pixel quality photos, and then you throw in the macro, which is just the best macro I've ever seen before. And then on top of that, it's just, you've got the video, you've got the pictures, you've got everything that you need. And it's a complete package. And this is, of course, one step up from the iPhone 13. The 13 has the primary camera and the ultra wide, but this one gives you that telephoto as well. And the 3x optical zoom, you can see here, I zoomed in on this duck out in the water. You got the regular picture, and then you zoom in and you can see it at 3x zoom, and then you zoom in all the way to 15, and you can really see the duck out there that's really well. Different than the one I fed the popcorn to, but you've got everything that you could possibly ask for right at your fingertips. Plus, it's also a phone, and that's a great thing. You don't have to have a Sony. You don't have to have a $3,000 phone. You don't have to have all of this crazy stuff. It's a one-stop shop, $1,000, and it just gives you the ability to do anything. I even did a time-lapse photo on here too, a little time-lapse video watching people walk by, so I stuck that in here as well. But overall, I think that it's a fantastic camera setup. I mean, all three of them, again, the primary, the ultra-wide, the telephoto, you can do anything. And you know, I've said it a couple of times, but that's really kind of the resounding theme here. Top-notch quality on everything. So I'm glad I went with the Pro this time. I had the 12, now I've got the 13 Pro, and I think it's a good compromise. Like, you've got even better battery life this year. You get the ProMotion display, 120 hertz, and then you get these great cameras that are built straight into the phone. So super cool. Fantastic. I hope that y'all liked this video. I really hope that you enjoyed being able to see all the cool stuff at Disney. Hopefully you've been there before and it maybe brought back some nostalgic feelings. Or if you want an opportunity to go in the future, hopefully this showed you some cool stuff that maybe you've never seen before. And you're like, hey, that's really cool. Hopefully one day I can go there too. So that's all I have in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you really like to see all this stuff. But most importantly, you can see how capable this camera setup is on the iPhone 13 Pro, and you can see just really how good it takes camera. I mean, picture shots and video and all that stuff. And I'm using cinematic mode right now, filming on here right now. So it's just, that's why I don't have the phone in my hand. Normally I like to hold the phone and talk, but this, I actually have this set up here in my hotel room. So I don't know, maybe this looks better than my normal setting, but it's set up for good, bad, or indifferent. So that's all I got in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.